Alright guys, so it's Sunday, and on Sundays is my only day off of the week, and you would think I would relax and rest, but that's not what I do. I'm always on the go. I try and sleep in, but I wake up at 5 in the morning, go grab my Starbucks. Today, I'm gonna paint the step and that little black spot right there. That's a guard, so rocks don't hit that. If it wasn't there, I would probably have a bunch of scrapes and scratches and stuff right there from rocks. But anyways, I'm gonna paint those two things. And then I'm gonna put these orange LED lights that are gonna go inside of here. I had put 3 of them on my last truck and I really like them, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And then they were on a clicker last time. Now, my truck has these 4 auxiliary switches, which I'm going to connect to. There's nothing connected to them yet, so I'm going to look for the wires, which are going to be up in here somewhere. And then these wires, those 4 wires right there, are hooked up to the auxiliary switch. So I need to figure out which one goes to which. And then I'm going to connect those. I'm using a couple different wires. I'm using these for color coding. This is a 1810 wire. I usually use it for sprinkler valves, but this will work great. I also have the black zip ties. And this is 14 gauge, so it's a little thicker. I'm going to be running some black and white wires up and down the truck for future lights. That way I could put all the wires all at once and not, you know, coming back multiple times and continuously, you know, running different zip ties and different wires and stuff like that. So I'm going to run multiple wires for multiple lights because I want to put lights on the bumper as well. So, and then this is the 3/4 inch drill bit that I'm going to use to make the holes for these guys right here. That gray plug up there is for the auxiliary switches. So if there's nothing plugged into that, that is where you would plug in your auxiliary switch if you want to add these to your truck. Now I followed the wire, and we have this bundle right here that's got some stickers on it with some numbers indicating what each one does. And then I also have this one over here, which I pulled out, and you can see the sticker. It says auxiliary 1 is yellow, auxiliary 2 green, auxiliary 3 violet, and I think the other one was brown. So there's a nice sticker on there that tells you what's what. So I'm going to tap into that and see how it goes. going to be a little easier for me to run the wires first. I'm not going to push it in all the way yet because I want to see which way, what angle I want the lights to be before I push that in. Alright guys, so here are the wires that I had ran from the back to the front. Just in case I want to run some more lights, I'm going to run some lights to the back for backup lights and things like that. So I'm just going to leave those there. Well, I'm going to push them out of the way, zip tie them a little bit so it's a little cleaner. But I wanted to show you, okay, so here is the auxiliary buttons I was telling you about. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. It does not turn on unless you have the key on. Flick the switch and boom, there you go. So I did the 3, one on each side. Now something that I wanted to show you was, so you have these ones right here. I did not splice into those. I spliced into another 4 that are up here. You can see the yellow one is for number 1, and the way you can tell is by cutting off the end and splicing it, and then using one of these testers. Put one end of the tester just on the side of the truck, you know, on the metal, and then put the other one on the wire. So this was the yellow, and then flick the switch and it will turn red, or it'll light up if whichever switch it is. So if you're not sure, if you have a tag that is gone or you can't read it, that's the best way to do it, is to use one of those. Now let's go under here and I'll show you what I did. Alright, so here's the extra wires I told you about. I put them in the middle in case I had, for some reason, had lights that I wanted to connect in the middle instead of go all the way to the back. And then this is the other end of it. So this one goes all the way to the back. So once as I want to run the truck, the lights for the backup camera, or not the backup camera, sorry, the backup lights or anything else that's going to go towards the back, I splice into this and then I connect it to this one right here. It's a lot easier than having to run wires again all the way down there, because I already have 3 sets here. It looks like I gotta zip tie this a little bit. Okay, so here I have the connector for the black wires. You can see they're kind of zip tied here. I wanted to be a little cleaner, but unfortunately these connectors here that I put there, there's no way to attach them to here, so kind of had to do some zip ties. And then I kind of ran through here. You can see these are really cool. You just pop this open, and it has a screw on the inside to tighten the wires, and there is a gel on the inside as well, so it keeps water from getting inside, which is really nice. And then I have the third one over there, and then I ran a wire through here underneath this frame all the way to the other side, and you can see the other connectors on the other side, as well as the ground. So I did a separate ground for that side over there instead of running a white wire over there, because over here you can see I put the ground right here, and I ran white wires all the way across here. You don't have to do that, as long as there's a ground on each light, that's fine. But since I was running a black light this way anyways, I figured I'll just run a white one as well. It's not as clean as I wanted it to be, but again, you know, I'd have to pre-drill more holes, you know, in the metal and stuff like that if I wanted to make it a little nicer, because, you know, there's a little hole here. I could have popped a wire out, but I'm not gonna do that. So that's how I did it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And
Please subscribe and follow. Check up on my Instagram. I have a lot of, tips and other jobs I'm going to be working on this truck. Another thing I would recommend is putting some Gorilla Glue just on the inside of these. Because you never know, it could for some reason pop out. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere because it's tied up with the wires, but it's always a good thing to do. I did that on the last truck.